Right, here's the latest issue with this bike. When I got the bike, it had 3 black expansion chambers on it, which were all quite rusty, and I don't think they're the right ones anyway, because they didn't fit properly. The brackets didn't fit anyway, they're only loosely on there. So I've been gradually getting exhausts off eBay, mostly the wrong ones by the looks of it, although I think this one is correct along here. That all lines up, bracket is where it should be, and also the inner one seems to be the correct one on the right hand side, and that has got DGM 30604 on there. The ones I've got for the other side, or well, this is the outer one anyway, as you can see, all fits in there okay, no problems, looks roughly the same length and everything. However, the bracket here, hole is about there, doesn't line up with the bushing here. Just got a bolt in there just so you can see where it is. Lines up with the old footrest bolt, or the existing footrest bolt. So I think that is off an earlier one. On there it just has GT380, and also I've got a couple of inner ones for this side. One of those appears to be correct, but it is not the better one. It's got a little hole there which you can probably weld. Corrosion is a little bit worse on that one. This is a much better one, however that is also off an earlier one, because this bracket here, when you fit it, also lines up in the same place as this one, so they obviously go together, but they're both wrong. So what I'm going to have to do, I've been looking for another DGM one, I can't find one, so what I'm going to have to do is extend this bracket or change this bracket so I can pick it up on the proper mounting. I think once it's on there it'll all look exactly the same. It's just the bracket will be a little bit further back and have a bit of a extension on it. So that will be the next thing to tackle. Also, I've now got the coils mounted. They're all wired in for the electronic ignition. There's a cable runs back here, picks up, these are the from the electronic ignition unit, and I've just had a little tidy up in there. Got these, apart from the battery one, I've got all these cable tied down, so that's a bit neater there. Yeah, so it's going to be find some quite hefty steel, I don't know what thickness that is, steel plate, and kind of add, go to about a tab or something on there so I can pick up this fixing. Right, so to get this to come back as far as that can go, or as far as I can get it anyway, I just had to cut a little notch out of the bracket under there to allow for the back of this piece, which has got a bit of a lip on it. So that will now pull reasonably tight into there. I'll just cut a piece of, I think that's 5mm steel, which I can weld on there as a tab. I think I'll do that off the bike, and then drill it, hole mark it and drill it afterwards and shape it. I think that'll be easier to even try to attack it. It's going to be quite difficult because you've got to pull this in at the same time to get it in the right place. I might even have to put a washer or something behind there, or a spacer, but hopefully this will work. Okay, I've got that tab welded on there. You can see the cutout a bit clearer now. So what I'm there to do is fit it back on the exhaust and mark where the hole has got to go, and then once the hole is in, I'll shape round it so we get a nice finish on it. Right, so there we have it. Got the hole drilled, made it into a slight slot like this one. It's got a little bit of play there. Hopefully that will all work okay, as long as I can get a nut on the back here, sort of close to this edge if I have to. So I might just have to take a little bit of this ridge out here, but I'll find that out when we come to fit it. So I can put this back on the exhaust, offer it up, and see how we go. And then I've got to sort out the inner silencer, which I've got a couple to choose from. There, one is the right one, one is the wrong one. Can't remember. I think the one that's slightly rougher is the right one. So unfortunately, in fact, there are, if you look in the parts list for GT380, there are a total of 3 different large cylinders, left and right, and 4 different inner ones depending on the model and year. So trying to get hold of the right ones is quite difficult really, but we can get this one to fit for now, and that will do until I can come across the correct one. This one is DGM. I don't know what the DGM stand for, I'm sure, but they are the later ones. I think the later ones that came out, which have that in the right position. Right, so I've got that fitted on there now with that new bracket. This bolt isn't long enough, it's only practically hanging on a couple of threads in there. I've got some longer bolts coming, got a little bit of a gap there, so I might just have to use a washer. I don't think that'll pull in any tighter because of this nut here which holds the foot peg on. That's about as far in as that will go, but it's hanging there now anyway. We'll just have to paint that, obviously, that bracket, but before that I have to work out which one of these I'm going to fit. You can see I've got these pretty much lined up end to end, and you can see how far out the brackets are. And unfortunately, the wrong one is the better one, so I'm going to see if I can fit that one first. Somehow maybe fit it to this bracket here. Maybe if I can get a bolt, just clamp those two together, that might work. We shall have to see. Right, there we are. That is on. I've just got it hanging on a bolt down there. And I need to, gonna probably have to weld a stud or something there to hold that, or grind down a bolt head. Can't actually get in from this way because of the footrest bolt, but I think that will work. And that is the, well, the matching exhaust to this one. Not the right one for this year bike, but I think we can get that to work. Hopefully that'll all be okay. See, it does match in with the other side. Right, so we got a stud or bolt welded on the back there. Just domed the back of that off, so when it goes on here, push that through there, it doesn't interfere with the probably can't even see that in there, interfere with the head of that there, which holds the footrest on. So that should all work for that. I think the only thing is that when because that's quite close to the swing arm, the stud end of that, I think when I fit it I'll probably have to bolt the two silencers together loosely first. If not, I don't think there'll be enough space to get a nut between the gap and then tighten it up. But what I have to do now is just give that a bit of a spray, some black paint, and then call that a day, I think, for now. Right, there we are, exhaust fitted. Just got to torque up the stud nuts. It's basically all there. Rear silencer. And underneath little orange rubber things, gaskets, and that's the bracket I had to make to fit that older style exhaust on. Fits in there quite nicely, and that's this is the other side, and that's what the bracket should look like if you got the correct exhaust.